What's the most brutal reality check you've ever seen? My mom always told me my dad wasn't in the picture. She'd say he left when he found out I was pregnant with you. Growing up, I believed I was unwanted. No photos, no letters, just silence whenever I asked about him. I accepted it. Some kids don't have dads, right? My mom worked night shifts at the hospital and did her best raising me alone. She'd come home exhausted at 7 a.m., sleep until 3 p.m., then help me with homework before leaving for another 12-hour shift. I never questioned her story. When I turned 18, I needed a passport for a school trip to Europe. The clerk at the county office looked at my long-form birth certificate and raised an eyebrow. "This form says your father signed your birth certificate," she said, pointing to a signature I'd never noticed before. I froze. My hand started shaking as I stared at the paper. There it was, clear as day. A signature next to father, with a printed name underneath. My mom had always said he wasn't there when I was born, but here was proof he'd been at the hospital, holding a pen, signing official paperwork. That night, I waited until my mom left for work. Then I went straight to her bedroom and started digging through her filing cabinet. In the very back, behind old tax documents and medical records, was a sealed envelope addressed to her. The return address had his name on it, the same name from my birth certificate. It was never opened. My hands trembled as I carefully tore it open. Inside was a handwritten letter on lined notebook paper. The handwriting was messy but genuine. It said, "I'm so sorry I missed the birth. I've been trying to call the hospital, but they won't put me through. I want to be there for him. Please let me know when I can see my son. I bought a crib and everything. Please call me back." The letter was dated 3 days after I was born. 3 days. I sat on her bedroom floor holding that letter for probably 2 hours. 18 years of believing I wasn't wanted. 18 years of thinking my dad chose to walk away. All because my mom decided I was better off not knowing. When she got home from work the next morning, I was sitting at the kitchen table with the letter in front of me. She saw it immediately and her face went white. "Where did you get that?" she whispered. "Your filing cabinet. How many more are there?" She sat down across from me and started crying. "I was 19 years old. I was scared he'd try to take you away from me. I didn't think he was good enough for us. You lied to me for 18 years, I said. My voice was calm, which surprised both of us. "You let me think I was unwanted. You were wanted. I wanted you. By my father too, apparently." She kept crying and apologizing, but I was done talking. I went to my room and spent the next 3 hours on Facebook, Google, everywhere I could think of, searching for him. Finally found him on LinkedIn. He was a manager at a hardware store about 4 hours away in a small town called Millerville. He had the same last name as me. Same nose too, from what I could tell in his profile picture. I sent him a message that just said, "Hi, I think you're my dad. My name is Alex and I was born 18 years ago. My mom is Rebecca Turner." He responded in 20 minutes. "Oh my God. I've been hoping for this message since you were born. Can we talk?" We talked on the phone for 3 hours that first night. He told me he'd written letters every week for the first year. When my mom never responded, he hired a lawyer to try to get visitation rights, but she'd moved and changed her phone number. The lawyer said without knowing where we lived, there wasn't much he could do. "I thought about you every single day," he said. "I have a photo of you from the hospital that I carry in my wallet. Want to know something crazy? I drive through your town sometimes just hoping I'll randomly see you." 2 weeks later, I drove to Millerville to meet him. It was awkward at first. We met at a diner and just stared at each other for the first 10 minutes. But when I mentioned finding the letter, he started crying right there in the booth. "Your mom and I were so young," he said, "but I was ready to step up. I had a job lined up, an apartment picked out. I was going to marry her if she'd let me." He pulled out his wallet and showed me that hospital photo he'd mentioned. It was tiny and faded, but there I was as a newborn, and there he was holding me. I'd never seen that picture before. I didn't cut my mom off completely, but things were different after that. I spent that summer in Millerville, working at his hardware store and learning how to fix things. He taught me to drive stick shift in the store parking lot after hours. On Father's Day that year, I called him for the first time. He answered on the first ring.